Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be going through my everyday morning routine when I work from home. I've been working from home since being in quarantine every day. I used to always work from home some days a week, but now it's every day. I typically wake up around 7 a.m. and my dogs always get me up. Holly, my beagle, is one to really stick to a schedule, and I find that she wakes up at the same exact time every day because she knows it's time to eat breakfast. This is Chloe, my mini dachshund. She is just going to go back to sleep for a little bit. Sometimes I can get a couple more minutes out of them, but they really bug me to get up to feed them, so they don't give me much time to kind of snooze a little bit. But I'm glad they wake me up. I don't even really need to set an alarm anymore. Then they usually start fighting and messing with each other, so then I know it's time to get up and let them out. I'm curious, let me know in the comments if you're somebody that works from home usually, or do you typically go into an office or another place of work? For my corporate job, I usually work a 9 to 5 schedule, but working from home, I can usually start a little bit earlier and hopefully start by 8 and sometimes finish earlier if I'm lucky, but it doesn't always happen. I usually go straight to coffee in the morning while the dogs are outside, and yes, I still have on my bonnet. I usually walk around with it on for a while before I actually do my hair. Adding my favorite creamer, it's the almond milk creamer from Natural Bliss Coffee Mate. It's definitely the best dairy-free option. And I also use these silicone straws that I found on Amazon. They are perfect for coffee because they don't get too hot like a metal straw. Do y'all's dogs always beg for a treat right when they come in? Because mine always do. They won't let it go until they get a treat. Now it's time to feed these rugrats. They won't calm down until they finally get fed, so just getting Holly's food and then Chloe's. This is usually when I make the bed and just pick up around the house. I know it sounds so cliche and everyone probably says it, but making up the bed really does make me feel more put together and just helps me focus. I can't usually work when the house is a wreck, so I try to at least straighten up just a little bit. Making the bed always makes a big difference for me. Also, if you're wondering where my husband Nathan is, he gets up way earlier than I do, so he's usually already at work. Side note, if you like dogs as much as I do, then check out my pups over on Instagram. It's just at Holly, Lou, and Chloe. Usually I also do any dishes that are left over from the next morning. Again, I just cannot focus if there's dishes piled up in the sink or if the kitchen's a mess. So I wanted to share with you a quick and easy, really yummy recipe for breakfast. This is just whole grain rolled oats, and I'm just pouring that into a bowl and then mixing in some almond milk. I like the vanilla almond milk. I'm also adding in some chia seeds, and I'm going to heat this up in the microwave. Then I usually add in some frozen fruit. You could totally do fresh fruit, but frozen is just easier to keep and it's cheaper. I'm also adding in some honey as the sweetener. So it's finally time to get ready. I'm just going to do my morning skincare routine, which is very simple and quick. I just posted a skincare routine where I go over all the products that I use, and I also show you my nighttime skincare routine, so I'll put that listed down below. I always use a tinted moisturizer. This one is from Cetaphil, and this is what I use in place of foundation, and this is really great if you're staying home because it just evens out your skin tone. It does have SPF in it too, so that's an added bonus. Now I'm just going to brush my teeth. I use the Sensodyne whitening toothpaste, and that's usually how I keep my teeth white. Now I'm just adding on some lip balm, and that's it for skincare. Finally time to get rid of the bonnet. I know you guys are ready to see what I actually do for my hair. So I'm just going to do a light refresh. I'm actually testing out some products from Innersense Organic Beauty. I cannot wait to share the full routine with you guys. I'm still testing this out, and this was actually the first time that I had used them, so I was checking out how it looked on next day. I actually didn't like how my ends looked. They were very frizzy and stringy. I didn't use a cream underneath the gel, so I think that's why. I'm just adding in some of the I Create Hold gel, and I did dilute it with some water because it's a very strong gel. So I'm just kind of running this over the perimeter of my hair and also on the ends to try and help fix those ends that were looking very stringy. I don't always refresh my hair when I'm staying home. I actually skip a lot of days, but I did want to kind of get ready today because I had some video calls for work, and it does make me feel better just to kind of get myself ready and put together. But I do skip refreshing a lot of days. I definitely recommend doing that if you're staying home. It's a lot healthier for your hair to not mess with it and manipulate it too much. That can just cause breakage. I am going to diffuse just on the cold setting just to help with those ends. Like I said, if I don't do this and just let it air dry, they will just hang very stringy. Something about this gel just made them very stringy. I don't know. I still need to test it more. Now it's time to get dressed. My work from home outfits usually consist of a loose t-shirt and some leggings. These are my favorite leggings from Amazon. I will link you to them. I have heard they are Lululemon dupes. I've never tried Lululemon, so I don't know. And I also popped on this Amazon cardigan on over top because I always get cold when I'm working in my office. So here's just a look at the casual and comfortable outfit. Now I'm just fluffing out my hair. I like to wait for it to set up and completely dry before I do this, and I'm also scrunching out the crunch. Now I'm just going and doing a little bit of minimal makeup. Usually I don't do my makeup every day, maybe twice a week or so, just to feel more put together. And like I said, I think I do have some video calls today, so I'm just adding in a little bit of concealer under my eyes, just a tiny bit to conceal some dark circles and also cover up some dark spots on my cheeks. I usually just use a foundation brush to blend that in really quickly. And I'm just going to set that with a really light layer of powder. This is an Urban Decay powder foundation. I've been using this as my foundation, but I'm just using a very small amount in areas where I have redness and also under my eyes just to help even out my skin tone and keep it matte. Now I'm adding a little bit of blush. This is from an Urban Decay Naked palette that I have, and just adding in a little bit of blush for color. Now for my brows, I'm just using this Maybelline Brow Fast Sculpt, which is a one-step brow product. This is actually really quick and easy to use. So I use it to not only fill in, but also to shape my brows and tame them. So it does all of that in one step, which is super helpful. And I'll have the link in the description box to all of these products that I'm mentioning. Now for eyeliner, I'm using the Urban Decay 24/7 liner. This is a brown shade. It's really light, so I like using it every day. And I just do a really quick line. I also do a little bit on the outer corner too, just to kind of wing my eyes out a little bit, but nothing crazy. Now I'm just using some of the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara, which is my favorite. For my lips, I'm just using this Becca Lush Lip Color Balm. This is a really pretty coral shade. I love these because it's just basically a tinted lip balm, but they also kind of look like a lipstick on, but they feel like a lip balm. And this is the finished makeup look. Very easy and simple and natural. Some days I don't even do this much. So now I'm just straightening up my desk. This is where I work all day, and I cannot work again in a mess. So I'm just kind of picking up some odd and end things that have collected on my desk and straightening up before I sit down for the day. Here's some essentials that I always have on my desk with me. I just have some water with lemon, some blue light glasses, my phone, and some headphones, of course, for conference calls. And Chloe is always hanging out in here. Holly's usually in here too. I think they think it's funny to bark during conference calls. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed getting a peek into my typical work from home morning routine. I'll be back next week with another hair video, and it's going to be all about how to combine your products and how to cocktail your hair products. So I hope to see you back next week. Bye everyone.